I'm doing this for you.
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, has the worst Halloween mask. Michael Myers, to me, looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. His mask is terrible in that movie. It's just terrible. Why is it terrible? Because it just looks terrible. It's so bland. It's a bland mask. I don't like it. It's not scary. Michael doesn't look intimidating with the mask. Halloween H2O. I can't really give an opinion on this mask because I am confused. Apparently, they switched mask a couple of times throughout the production of this film. He's walking down the hall with the Scream music soundtrack playing. And when I look at Michael's hair in this moment, this is the first time I've noticed where they have Michael's hair stand up. And for me, I do not like Michael Myers' hair standing up. His hair has to be kind of messy and, slicked back a little bit, kind of smooth, but a little messy. But having his hair sticking up and watching this scene, it felt like Michael was a teenager. He felt like some copycat version of Michael, just looking at him. Like his mask looked bad, his hair is sticking up. I didn't like it. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. That mask, to me, isn't terrible. I don't hate this mask. The only thing I don't like about this mask is the fact that the neck part of it is sticking out. I don't know why they have it sticking out. It's irritating. When I watch this movie, I want to touch the screen and go into the movie and just say, "Hey, Michael, just tuck the neck piece inside your shirt and then pop your collar." You're supposed to have your collar popped and your neck piece tucked in. Like, that's what I want to do every time I watch this movie. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That mask isn't bad either. I don't hate this mask. I don't have much to say about The Curse of Michael Myers mask. It looks pretty good. It just looks kind of weird, but it's not bad. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think that this mask is the same one as Rob Zombie's first Halloween, but the only difference is, depending on which versions of the movie you watch, if it's 1 year later or even 2 years later, the mask will start to deteriorate. And I like what Rob Zombie did with this version. It was something different and new. The part in the movie where half of the mask gets ripped off, we see half of Michael's face, and then we see half of Michael's mask. I thought that was pretty interesting. That was pretty cool. I'll give Rob Zombie props for that. I thought that was pretty cool. It was unique. It was interesting. It was different. And it did make Michael a little bit more creepy because we see Tyler Mane's face and he's this big behemoth and he looks mad. Then we see the Michael mask. It looked kind of creepy. That was very unique and different. So I respect Rob Zombie for doing something that unique and different and just switching things up. The whole Hobo Myers thing, we'll get into Halloween Resurrection. That Michael Myers mask isn't bad either. I don't have a problem with the Halloween Resurrection mask. I thought Michael looked pretty cool in the movie. There were a couple of moments where the mask looked cool. But again, just like in Halloween H2O, I don't know why they do this. Right when he is walking towards Laurie's door and he breaks through it, he has this mini afro. And it's very bizarre to me. And his hair is sticking up. I don't like Michael's hair sticking up. And then another funny thing is that after he's done chasing Laurie, he reaches the roof, and when he steps outside, his hair is slicked back again. That's just a technical error on the editing part, or filming, whatever. But his hair sticking up to me just looks unnatural. I don't like it. But other than that, I think the mask looks pretty good. Halloween 2, 1981. Now, the reason why I put this mask right here in this spot, I know from what I've heard, I've heard that it is the same mask from the 1978 movie. It just deteriorated a little bit and it has some wear and tear on it. I understand that. But when I look at it, it does look a little different. I want to say it looks radically different. Because in the first one, he has his collar popped. And in this one, his collar is wrapped around his neck and his mask looks glued tight to his face. And then his mask, his lips are a little crooked and his face is a little crooked. That looks eerie. It looks eerie, but it looks different. And there's just these little things on it that I don't like the collar wrapped around his neck and the mask really looks too tight on his face. So that's why I'm putting it here, because it does look a little different. And the way they make it look in Halloween 2, 1981, I'm not feeling it all the way. Halloween 2018 by David Gordon Green. That mask is a great mask. It looks good. It looks identical to the original 1978 mask. It looks good. It's aged, has a lot of wear and tear on it. I enjoy this mask. It's a good looking mask. I don't mind that it has a lot of wear and tear to it. I like it a lot. Rob Zombie's Halloween. This mask is identical to Halloween 2018. It's the same mask, except this one looks a little too big for Tyler Mane's face, so it hangs a little bit. But it looks the same. It looks exactly the same. And I admire David Gordon Green for taking Rob Zombie's concept and applying it to his movie. He did definitely have a lot of Easter eggs to all the Halloween movies in there. And I kind of feel like people aren't acknowledging that. People aren't acknowledging the fact that Halloween 2018's mask is the same as the Rob Zombie mask. And so Rob Zombie's mask, Halloween 2018 mask, it's the same thing. But I had to flip a coin to see which one would be higher and which one would be lower. And this is what I got. And of course, the number one mask in the history of all of the Halloween Michael Myers mask within this franchise is the original, the one that started it all. The first mask, the Michael Myers William Shatner mask. And from what I have been told is that what they did was they went to a store, they got a William Shatner mask, they painted over it, they cut the sideburns off, and they poked the eye holes out, and now you have the iconic Michael Myers mask. And it works in John Carpenter's 1978 movie. It works. Like, how do you mess up the look of Michael? That's like one of the most important things. Maybe it's a hard look to get, especially the mask. Like, it's easy. You get a jumpsuit, you pop the collar, and then the mask has to be tucked in, and then the hair has to be a little messy, and then slicked back a little bit, not sticking up for me. I don't want his hair sticking up. It's got to be messy, but slicked back a little bit. The mask, it's all in the details. It's all in the details. Like Halloween 4 mask, I think my problem with that mask is that it doesn't have any details in it. It just looks plain. Like Pillsbury Doughboy, it looks plain. It's just plain, and it has nothing going for it. So there have been a few masks throughout this franchise that have been good, that have been okay, and the original mask is it. And I don't know how hard it is to try and replicate that or create something that has a lot of details in it that looks creepy. But the original Halloween, 1978, it did it right, even though it was simple as fuck. It worked, though. It worked. And this is the Michael that I know and love. So, that's all I have to say.